Welcome to History with Liz. Hello, it's me again, Liz. Yeah, I'm going to be telling you more about history and sailing and pirates and all that stuff. Let's get to it. Today we're looking at nautical sayings that we still use today. These sayings were coined hundreds of years ago and we still use them in everyday life and you wouldn't even realise it. Well, I'm going to be telling you which ones we use. Bottoms up. Hey mate, bottoms up, hey, bottoms up, hey.
Hey,
Drink
bottoms
up,
up, chaps, lads,
drink up,
lads,
bottoms up,
bottoms up,
hey. Bottoms up is usually what you'd use to encourage your mates to drink, you know, bottoms up, drink it up. Back in the day, and I'm talking around about the 1600s, 1700s, recruiters for the Royal Navy would trick men into joining the Royal Navy. And they did this by popping a shilling into a man's drinking cup. Like his tankard, pretty much. So when the guy would drink his drink and finish it, he could be accused on accepting the king's shilling to join the Royal Navy. I mean, that's some sneaky beep. So the term bottoms up was used then to warn each other to check the bottom of their drink. Oh, bottoms up, better check that. And that's where the term bottoms up comes from. To show your true colours.
You've shown your true colours. You know she's my sister. You know she's my sister. And yet you still slept with her. Okay? Right after I booked that flight to Magaluf for us, alright? That's 3-star, mate. 3-star. You're showing true colours now. True colours.
Now, we use this term in everyday life in a kind of negative way to describe someone, showing a side of them that we didn't really realise. In the 17th century, it was very, very common for Spanish warships to confuse their enemy by flying fake colours. Colours that were not their own, basically. Not like, is it magenta or is it pink? Magenta, pink. You decide. Not that sort of fake. This is also how the term bamboozle comes from. To bamboozle someone. And that's the term they used in the 17th century when they were bamboozled by the Spanish. So that's where the saying, showing your true colours, comes from. Thank you, Spain! The cut of someone's jib.
Jenkins, this story is exquisite. You built this fantastically. The story... I like the cut of your jib. Well done, man. Very good. I'll have 200 more of these by sundown.
Today, we use it to describe people who do things that we like in a certain way. It means that you have your priorities in order or you're doing something good. Sailors use the term cut to describe the condition of something, and the jib is the sail that controls the performance of the ship. So for a sailor to say, I like the cut of his jib, meaning someone's doing good. Scraping the barrel comes from the 17th century. So like, I called Candice and I told her, you know, I just had to tell her. And I talked to Binky as well, and Binky she also agrees with me that she's absolutely scraping the barrel of him, you know, she's absolutely scraping the barrel. He doesn't even live on Mayfair, he doesn't even live there. She's scraping the barrel with him. He's only got a BMW. I must go, I need to go for my yoga class. Namaste. When ships used to store their meat, they kept them in barrels, and it was salted meat. So when you're at the very bottom of the barrel, you got all the worst stuff there. And that's what it's called, scraping the bottom of the barrel. When you're scraping the bottom of something, you're not necessarily going to get the best bit. You're going to be getting the last bit. The dregs. Ladies, I think we've all been there. Today we use the term scraping the barrel to describe something that's a little bit shite. To knock 7 bells out of someone.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna knock 7 bells out of him. Come on in. Come on in, think you're hard enough, right?
Today we use it to punch the living daylights out of someone or to threaten someone with that. Back in sailing terms, they used a bell in reference to where every half hour had passed. Sailors usually did about 4-hour shifts. When 8 rings When 8 rings of the bell were rung, that meant that your shift was over. So to say, I'm going to beat 7 bells out of you is kind of meaning I'm going to nearly finish you off. Pipe down.
And here we have the very, very rare bird. Exotic. Very rare to see this kind of bird. It's very shy. It's very... Will you bloody pipe down? Disgusting.
Pipe down, we use this saying now more like to tell people to be quiet. You know, pipe down, Susan. Okay? I've had enough of your... It originated on ships when the boatswain would blow his pipe to signal lights out. It's very clever how it all gets translated through time. Hand over fist.
Yes, sir, honest. I mean, honest, sir, I've been working hand over fist for these for you. You said sundown, right? 200. I did 250. Just for you. I've been working hand over fist, and hopefully, I'm going to be getting money hand over fist for them as well. It's a lot of work.
The term hand over fist, and today we use it to describe either earning a lot of money or working really hard. I was working hand over fist. I was earning hand over fist. It means a lot. Now, in sailing terms, it originates where someone was working so hard when they were pulling the lines really, really fast, the sailors. So you were putting your hand over fist. Get it? Get it? It's pretty good. Groggy.
Mate, I am feeling proper groggy.
We've all felt this. I'm feeling a little bit of this today. Today we use it when we're not feeling that great. Oh, I feel a bit groggy. But back in the 17th century, it meant something completely different. But I think you might know what it is. Grog is in fact rum. Lovely rum, which I don't have right now. Maybe I can sort that out. You can't do a pirate documentary without rum, surely.
Baboozle shabam.
Grog was a term that they gave for their favourite drink, rum. However, on ships it was watered down. The usual allowance for rum per sailor was half a pint each. I'm not sure if this is each day, I very much doubt it. However, on Admiral Edward Vernon's ship, he would very much prefer if the sailors had it watered down. And because he liked to wear a particular type of fabric for his jackets called grogram, the sailors nicknamed him Old Grog. And then that's the name that was given to the watered down rum, grog. Personally, I prefer today's method. To be taken aback.
You know what, Petunia, I was rather taken aback that they sat us with the middle class. I mean, middle class? Just imagine if they put us in working class.
To be taken aback in today's day and age means to be affronted, to be surprised, to be shocked. But the term comes from something else completely. Sailors use the term taken aback to describe the action when the wind went directly against the sails, physically pushing the boat backwards, which was usually quite dangerous. Not enough room to swing a cat.
Mavis, like, I know you said that you found us a flat in London, but, like, there's no room to swing a cat in here, is there? I did try my best, honestly. Like, we can only afford £2,000 a month, and this is what we got.
In today, we use this term to describe small spaces, and I think a lot of people physically think someone waving a cat around in the air. It's not, I assure you. If you hear cat used in any typical saying, it's usually meaning the cat of 9 tails, which is a whip with 9 strips of leather, usually with beads on the ends. Make it nice, make it jazzy. This was used to punish sailors if they did something naughty. It is cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey.
Can you put the radiator on just once? Just once, love. Come on, just once. Oh, it's cold enough to freeze the balls off a brass monkey.
Today we use it meaning I'm cold. It's cold. Back then it meant pretty much the same thing, but with something else on the ship. Any clues? A brass monkey is a brass plate where they used to put the cannonballs in on deck. When it got cold, the metal would contract, making the balls fall out. You got me? You catching my drift? Catching my drift, that's another one, but that's for part 2. Through thick and thin.
Brothers, I'm here to let you know that we will be together through thick and thin. The North never forgets.
It's a beautiful phrase now, meaning that you'll stand by each other no matter what. The nautical connection to this is where they use thick and thin pulleys to pull lines through to hoist the sails. It's quite nice. I hope you've enjoyed yet another little history lesson with me, Liz. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and even subscribing. So it's a rum to you and it's a rum for me. Drink up me hearties.
Yo ho.
Ahar! Brute. Blah blah blah. Blah boo shibadoo. Both of my parents are in the garden. It's really off-putting. Why? You're so good at nattering all the time. Why you got... And the... into a guy's can't... What are you doing? Where's the water on? The boiler's working. I'm filming a masterpiece.
So like, I just told him I've had enough of his shit, okay? I've had enough. I have had it up to here.
Oh, Jenkins. A new apprentice. He's,
Just hold your jacket for 1 minute.
I can't do it when my dad's in the next room. It's embarrassing.
good God.
Ah, yes,
I can't do it with you next door.
You know, Jenkins, I like the cut of your jib. I do. Very good numbers. I like the cut of your jib.
What accent is that? I don't even know. There we go, that Jenkins. I love your numbers. I like the cut of your jib, babe. Call me.
I like...
What are you doing? 31? Was it the 1800s?
I hope it is, because if it's not... If my head's like this all the time, it'll be really nice. Do I need to step back? Do I need to go forward? A little step back. Ooh, in the centre.
That is perfect. When the ships used to do what?
Oh.
I'm not a man, I'm a girl. He is blue scraping the barrel. He is or he or her. Why?
Looks like I have moustache.
Scraping the barrel.
Oh my god.
You can say shite on YouTube, can't you? Today we... I haven't really had the fist. Is it? Solve that. I've only been down and up the stairs, I'm knackered. The pirates. If the pirates...
What am I doing? I stubbed my toe really hard and I think I've lost a toenail. No, they're all there. I just jack. Ow.
physically pushing the book. Oh, it was going so well. Quiz into a perilous. Why do you have to make it more difficult words? Physically, why do you say physically twice?
I can only afford to.
Contract some. The North never forgets. Oh, bloody hell. What language is that? I don't know. I always feel like such a magnificent lady.
Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, give a like and subscribe. Pretty please. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Hey?